Last time on the Joust, it was a classic story. The bigger they came, the harder they fell. A lot of close calls, and I almost got crushed by a car. That was fun. A car that looks like a giant piece of cake, nonetheless. Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Yonda. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust. This is the second half of the second main event. Out of 50 cars, there are only 21 left, and Violet Velocity have already been eliminated. 3 of the teams still have bonus actions they can use at any moment. They can be helpful, but you have to choose carefully. It's a good day for a joust. Let's see which 3 of these teams are gonna make it to the finals. Here we go, round 4. 56 Chevy Nomad for Amaranthan, sponsored by Reaper EOD. Amaranthan has 4 vehicles left in the match. They are looking pretty good if they can keep it up. Next up, Pink Push, the 97 Crown Victoria, sponsored by Farty Marty. 3 cars left for this team, and the Crown Victoria slots in. Next up, it'll be the 64 Continental, sponsored by Chorgoth, the Infinite Horror, for the Bandits. The Bandits also have 3 left, and that is a good shot by the Continental, pushing both cars up, getting underneath, and now they're both going to be in trouble. Next up, the Chevy Stepside, sponsored by Stump's Tree Farm. The Chevy rams the pile, and Pink Push is going to lose one. A nice hit there. Crown Victoria goes over and looks like it is toast. Upside down or sideways at the end of the round means the car is out. Double Demon, sponsored by Lang's the Cat Lover for the Crimson Crashers. Crimson down to just 2, and that was a nice hit from Double Demon. Chevy Stepside, though, unbelievable recovery right there. And now Double Demon is relatively safe, I'd say. The 58 Impala, 135 grams for Copperhead, sponsored by Sicken. It's a big hit, but there's no damage. Just a solid bounce back, and Evil Weevil, the track buffer, escapes. Next up, Arachno Rod for the Neon Nashers, sponsored by Chorgoth, the Infinite Horror. Arachno Rod bounces off of that Impala, goes curbside in a big way. Kind of looks poised to make a pretty good recovery, but we'll see. It's going to take a hit from High-Tech Missile for Emerald Undercurrent, sponsored by Press X Parts. Ooh, Arachno Rod gets caught up in the Impala on that hit and flipped over. The rebound ends it. High-Tech Missile with the takedown, and Neon is down to 1. Here comes the 99 Ford F-150 SVT Lightning for the Barnstormers, sponsored by Chorgoth. The SVT is their lone survivor. They need that thing to stay alive, or they're not making it back to the finals this season. The Talbot Lago, sponsored by Avery's Reliable Autos. Talbot locks in 2 eliminations so far in this round. Here comes the car that almost got me in the first half, Birthday Burner, sponsored by Swamp Hobbit. Birthday Burner pushes in, and High-Tech Missile is going up now on the hood of the SVT. Dangerous position. Next hit will be the 76 Cadillac Eldorado, sponsored by Stump's Tree Farm. Bob on board. Bam! What a hit! Birthday Burner is taken out by the Eldorado, and High-Tech Missile with a great turnaround and recovery. That could have been disastrous. Pink Push are down 2 now. Eldorado's curbside. Undercut is coming from the world's lowest car, sponsored by Sicken. And there it is. The Eldorado just sits directly on top of that car. It does have wheels, by the way, in case you were curious. It is a legitimate car in some sense. And now Crimson has no choice but to send down their second car, the Car Transporter, sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. And it is disastrous. Goes right off of the world's lowest car and tips over sideways. The Eldorado's taken out, the SVT recovers, and guess what? Pink Push are saved. The Victoria recovered on that hit. Self-elimination, but basically the fault of the world's lowest car for Car Transporter. The big guy is done. Back up to the hill, it's Flameout, sponsored by Sicken. Flameout hits the back end of Car Transport, pushes it over and off the track completely out of the way, and goes up on the world's lowest car. The only car that Neon has left, Rescue Duty, sponsored by Sauce Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Rescue Duty turns Flameout sideways and the Talbot Lago as the world's lowest car continues its progression forward. Lamelt up now, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Lamelt slides underneath Rescue Duty, starting to push it off the track. Flameout is in trouble here too. Emerald has been kind of cautious with Lamelt in this match, not exactly sure why. Gas Hog, sponsored by Sand Dragon Workshop. Gas Hog goes on top of the fin of Lamelt, does not ramp, however, and Rescue Duty survives. Neon will stay in the match. Flame Out also survives that hit. Sweet Delivery, sponsored by William Aronson of the Joust Network. It's a big hit, but mostly Sweet Delivery just drives off Lamelt, and Gas Hog floats over to a nice recovery, and it looks like Flame Out gets away too. No eliminations. Oh, wait a second. I think Talbot Lago may have gotten eliminated. A potential loss for Amaranthin. 61 Lincoln Continental, here I go again. Sponsored by Jimmy. Yeehaw! Oh, that wasn't so bad. At least it landed on my back this time. I'm just gonna lie here and do commentary. Hopefully I can figure out what's happening from the sound. I believe 53 Ford Crestline Victoria is coming down next, sponsored by Tribble's Troublemakers. And yep, there it went, just speeding right past me. Cookie, I could hear screaming as she shoots through the air. And, oh, looks like Lamelt has gone sideways. World's lowest car has taken another victim. Lamelt absolutely crushed in between the cars, and that was the final car of the round. That means Emerald are in big trouble here. According to what I can see, it looks like there are 6 eliminations in this round. No team lost more than 1. Let's see how this shakes things up. Amaranthin falls to 3. They are still out in the lead. We've got 3 teams that are on the brink, all falling to 1 car, Crimson, Neon, and Emerald. Copperheads are steady at 2. The Bandits and Pink Push both fall to 2, and they are neck and neck with Cerulean Slashers. Barnstormers still at 1. Round 5, there are 4 teams with 2 cars remaining, 4 teams with 1 car remaining, and then there's Amaranthin with 3. A new stat just put together by Duxie over in the Discord. This is the elimination leaderboard. Vehicles with the most eliminations so far this season. Ratrig from the Aquaturks has 7 with that ramp. Car Transporter had 6 going into this match, and Yellowhammer's Power Pipes has 6. World's lowest car gets underneath the Continental, just about perfect balance right there. And there's the Crown Victoria for Pink Push, pushing indeed. World's lowest car is getting underneath the Impala for the Copperheads. That thing doesn't often leave the track. And finally, someone's gonna use their bonus action. It's Emerald Undercurrent. They're gonna use Car Swap. They're gonna swap out High-Tech Missile for a car that in the past has been more reliable, Rare Flow. Rare Flow is a big part of getting Emerald into the main event. We'll see if this swap pays off or if it falls prey to World's Lowest Car again. Good hit there, no takedowns, but we have quite the jumble going. Here comes Rescue Duty for Neon, and the Bandits are gonna fall to 1. The Continental finally loses its balance. The only car left for the Bandits now, the one that I ride down in. Well, I guess I chose a winner. The Nomad is balancing right now. That looks iffy after that hit by the Lightning. And I guess it's bonus action season this round because Crimson Crashers are going to do a swap as well. They're going to take out Double Demon, a car that is good but has been a little inconsistent, and they are going to swap it for the devastating Car Transporter, hoping that it can avoid getting taken out like it did. Speaking of taking out, you would have expected that big hit to do something, but the Nomad has a spectacular rollover. Rare Flow escapes, proving that it is maybe worth the swap so far. Rescue Duty also escaped. Gas Hog pops the top of Car Transporter up. The ramp is going to be, oh, nope, the ramp is back again. And Gas Hog's been taken out for Amaranthin. They're gonna fall to 2. Seasoned veterans, the Copperheads, know exactly what they're doing, and it worked. Here I come. Ooh, nope, ooh. Whew, boy, I got another mouthful of dirt over here. I'm kind of tired, man. I've gone down quite a few times here. I think I'm just gonna rest for the rest of this round, and whatever happens, well, you'll see it. Whatever's happening, it sounds like a lot of crunching and crashing, but, well, I know there's cars near me, but so far so good. Well, I think we were towards the end of the round, weren't we? Oh man, I could have sworn I felt a car swish over me. Did a car just drive over me? Definitely felt like a tire or something on my back. Didn't really feel that bad. It must have been flying through the air or something. Anyway, that's got to be just about the end of the round. Oh, there's a big smash. Bet that was something to do with Sweet Delivery. Okay, yep. The round is over. And I'm going to head back up to the booth now that it's relatively safe. 2 eliminations in that round, it looks like. No teams eliminated, but Amaranthin is going to fall back down to earth now with only 2 cars left in the match. So far, the swaps have paid off, keeping Crimson and Emerald in the match. The Bandits are going to join the One and Done Club. So now we've got 3 teams at 2, everybody else at 1. As we head into round 6, the 56 Chevy Nomad starting us off for Amaranthin, who got the roll and are going first. And now the cars will begin their lining up. And I will do my best to recover from that last run down the hill. I haven't done it this many times, obviously, and man, I am getting sleepy. I understand why Cookie and Petey take a nap every time. That is just not for the faint of heart. It is incredibly fun, though, I will say that. World's lowest car causes a little bit of a shake-up here, pushing under the cars, and then Rareflow tries to take down the Victoria, goes off the back of World's lowest car, and is in a very bad position. This happened before, and it got eliminated. And it happens again! Emerald's gamble does not pay off. Rareflow is taken out, and I'm coming back down the track yet again. I'm jumping. Oh yeah, okay, all right, yep. I just jumped out at the last second. Whew, that was a lot easier. Hi, Cookie. Maybe I should try just leaping out of the car in the future. I'm a little dizzy from all that rolling, but otherwise, great. Car transporter smashes into the line, and I can't quite see. I think the Nomad recovered way over in the corner over there. No eliminations, but Crimson is going to stay in the game. World's lowest cars made it all the way up to the cow crossing. Rescue Duty parks in transporter. Nice parking job right there. And there's the Ford Crestline smashing the transporter forward. The 61 Continental that I ride down in is perched up on top of the cow crossing sign. So far it is staying there after that hit from Flameout. And here comes the big rig for Pink Push. Gives the line a push but does no damage. Right now it looks like we only have 1 elimination in this round. But that elimination is going to take Emerald out of the running for the finals this season, which is unusual for them. Oh, and it looks like maybe the Continental has gone over. So we're gonna have to up that to 2 eliminations. Yep, that's way beyond 45. Well, I guess I won't be taking any more trips down the hill, and honestly, that's probably for the best. We are actually gonna lose 2 teams in that round. Copperheads and Amaranthin are steady at 2, Crimson and Neon steady at 1. The Emerald Undercurrent have been eliminated. Our 11th ranked team are finished. And so are our 15th ranked team, the Bandits. Pink Push steady at 2, Cerulean also, and the Barnstormers still in this at 1. Round 7, let's get going. 97 Crown Victoria will start out for Pink Push. Finally a team taking over in the running order from Amaranthin, and this could change things up a little bit. 7 teams remaining in the match. We go until there are 3 left. 2 cars down, and here comes Flameout smashing into them. The Nomad is going up on the trunk of the Victoria. And here comes World's lowest car trying to take down Flameout, who lost its windshield in the last round. That looks like a good position for a takedown. Here comes the next vehicle. It's the Transporter. Transporter goes up. It goes almost all the way to the wall. It does not tip over. The Nomad survives. Flameout does not. And the bumper of that Nomad broke off on that hit. And right now, World's lowest car is just parked in an impenetrable position. Definitely doing the work for Cerulean. Here comes the SVT, followed up by Rescue Duty. They do not go off of that ramp. They are trying to knock Crimson out of this match, but it's not happening. Sweet Delivery pushes both cars up on the car transporter, and they slowly back down. This could get interesting. There's a big hit from the Ford coming, we know that. And there it is, the SVT goes over. It does not make a recovery. Rescue Duty does. But that means the Barnstormers are finished. Neon stays in the match. And somehow the Transporter hangs on and causes some trouble. We still have the Impala from Copperhead, smashes into the line, does not do any further damage. Cerulean Chevy also does not do any damage. And we are going to end this round with 2 eliminations and the loss of another team. Now 3 teams have 2 cars remaining, and the other 3 teams all have 1. Taking a look at the aftermath, Amaranthin at 2, Copperheads fall to just 1, along with Crimson and Neon Nashers still at 1. And the ranked 20th Barnstormers fall. They could not make the finals again this season. Pink Push and Cerulean both at 2. Both looking pretty good right now. Let's head into round 8 and see what's going to happen. 6 teams left. Cerulean 2 left. World's lowest car going to start out. Cerulean thinking that the back of that car is very devastating to a lot of the vehicles still in play. Evil Weevil goes for a spin courtesy of the Chevy Nomad, which for now does not go off the back of the world's lowest car. It'll be followed up by the Crown Victoria, which slams the Nomad, pushes it forward a little bit, but look at this, the world's lowest car is curbside. This looks different than usual. I don't think we've seen anything quite like this before with that car. There's Transporter. Transporter slams into the line, and that's it. The world's lowest car is finished. Thrown over upside down, the Nomad next to it with a recovery. Cerulean loses the car that some thought couldn't even be eliminated. It was the Transporter. Crimson swapped out vehicle has done the trick. And now the Impala smashes the Transporter, pushing the top up, mounting that ramp, and then going in for the parking. Actually decides not to park there after that hit from rescue duty. Chevy Stepside slots in and kind of tries to force it to get in there. Cerulean down to 1, now just the Chevy Stepside. And it takes a hit. Oh, that was close. The Slashers will stay in the match after the Stepside makes it happen. Rescue Duty curbside. Sweet Delivery slams it off the track, and it does manage to stay level. And we've got a lot of big vehicles left in this game. That will do it for round 8. Just one elimination. A key elimination, certainly. And it'll take the Slashers down to just 1. Pink Push still at 2, and Amaranthin at 2. Copperheads, Crashers, and Neon all at 1. 6 teams left in the match. We go until there are 3. Round 9. We're going to be starting off with Pink Push. The Crown Victoria with that painted lady's face on the front, nice eyelashes, slots into position, and here we go. What will happen this round? I expect we will make it up to increased speeds at some point, and maybe even more than that. We did in the last main event, went all the way to no holds barred. Will that happen again? Neon slams into the step side, but it backfires, and it ends up sideways on the ground. The step side escapes, but Neon is probably out of the match, unless there is a miracle recovery. The Transporter slams that line, breaks it in half, and now Pink Push might lose the Crown Victoria. That Nomad survives yet again. That thing has been doing really well in this match. Can even take credit for taking out the world's lowest car last round. And here comes the heavy, long vehicles for their parking spots. Sweet Delivery, of course, can't quite fit in there, but that thing has to stay alive now or Pink Push is in trouble. It has proved durable, and it proves it again by taking that hit from the Ford. The rounds are flying by now. Round 9 already over. 2 eliminations in this round. We are going to lose another team. Taking a look at the aftermath. Neon Nashers fall. The 9th ranked team, a favorite by many in the betting over on Discord. They will not make the finals this season. Only Amaranthin now with 2 cars remaining. They are back in the lead again, and they will start us off in round 10 with the Nomad. Down to 5 teams now, running order up on the top. Crimson coming down last, that could play into this round. A nice hit there by Sweet Delivery. The Nomad is perched and going over. That does not look like a good position to be in. You get pushed up against the crates, might be trouble. Step side zooms in. Nomad starting to go over. There's the Impala. The Nomad survives. The step side survives, at least for the moment. Couldn't quite escape the track though. And Sweet Delivery starting to go over. There's the big hit I was talking about. No eliminations on that hit, but there is a ramp set up now. The Crestline Victoria for Amaranthin slams Transporter, but no dice. And now we are going to go to increased speeds. The cars will come down at a faster rate. If we don't get any eliminations, we will go to maximum speed. Increased speeds, no problem for the Chevy Nomad. It locks it right back in again. And then the step side slams it, does not quite lock in. It's perched there and it's gonna go over. Or I guess I should say up. It goes up and it flips around multiple times. Couple of barrel rolls there, hits a height of 6, and then the landing, it makes it stick. Flips over, successful recovery. Slashers still in the game. That step side has proven itself a survivor. Oh, the front tires look like they might be a little messed up. Not surprised though. These vehicles are taking some big hits. Sweet Delivery smacks the line. The Nomad is displaced along with Evil Weevil. And there's Transporter. Sweet Delivery goes up. It escapes the track safely. It survives. That thing has shown a lot of balance. Pink Push staying alive in the match. And we've just got the one car coming down. It's the crest line. The increased speeds don't really make much of a difference. And yeah, that's gonna do it. We are gonna go to maximum speed. Will we make it all the way to no holds barred? I guess we'll find out. Here we go. The Nomad's gonna slot back in again. And it does it flawless. That car is good at staying locked in when it counts. But can it stay locked in now? Car Transporter boops it up in the air. The Nomad just maintaining balance and then landing back down on the track again. Absolutely incredible. That car has been an ace for Amaranth, and the step side decides to do the parking this time, heading up into the Transporter. And here comes Sweet Delivery, shaking things up just a little bit. A mighty hit, but no eliminations on it. Impala at maximum speed. Wow, still not able to wrest anybody off the track. And there is the crest line locking it in. No eliminations in maximum speeds. The competition is fierce. These cars refuse to give up. We are going to no holds barred. The rules for no holds barred are cars can go down backwards if they wish. It will still be maximum speed, and there is no Evil Weevil, no track buffer to stop them from slamming into that sign at the end of the track. The Cow Crossing sign handles that hit from the Nomad, and the Nomad still somehow locks it in, and so does the Impala, coming down second this time for Copperheads. Even the Chevy Stepside joins the lock it in gang, although it does back down the track a little bit, and it's loose. It goes into the crates. Does it survive? The Stepside rolls over. Ooh, can't quite get there. The Cerulean Slashers have been taken out by the Transporter. We are down to just 4 teams. Wow, what a hit. Oh my gosh, there goes the Transporter. It tips. Sweet Delivery pushes it up, flexes, pulls it down, pulls it over, and Crimson is out. I'm just not seeing any likelihood of that car getting righted again. However, if there are more eliminations, there is still a chance Crimson could make it here. Sweet Delivery again handles the hit from the crest line, and that is gonna do it, folks. No holds barred, bringing about the end of main event 2. 2 eliminations, 2 teams eliminated. Crimson almost held on after that swap. Crimson falls. Amaranthin makes it out alive with 2 vehicles still intact. Copperheads are going to the finals again. The Slashers were so close, but they are not making it to the finals. Pink Push, however, ranked 19th, is going. Taking a look at the point spread. The Slashers nabbed 4th place, but they did not get enough points to get in with a wild card. The Midnight Titans still have 160. We've got one more main event. There is still a chance someone could displace the Midnight Titans if that match goes the distance. The eternally 4th-ranked Amaranthin is going to the finals, folks. They'll face off with Pink Push and the Copperheads yet again, as well as the other 3 confirmed teams, Vermilion Venom, Yellowhammer, and Ketchup and Mustard. Out of the 6 teams in the finals, who do you think is gonna take it? Leave a comment and let me know. It's been a wild ride. I will see you next Sunday for main event 3. Become a patron and support Junkyard Joust. A new season will be coming soon. Chance for you to sponsor cars. Thanks for watching, everybody.